Okay, so this one's gonna be a full introduction to the Anaconda environment. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to install it and how to use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through it. I'm gonna be using a virtual instance, and it's gonna be on Linux Mint. However, if you're on Ubuntu or basically any Debian distro or any Debian based, you should be able to follow along. But I think it should also work for basically all Linux and probably Mac as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do to be able to download Anaconda is you want to go to this website over here. It's called anaconda.com. So you can download it. Just click on this download here, this button, and it should take you to the automatically it should pick up your system that you're using. So I'm using Linux, for example. This is going to be Linux Mint. So as you see, it's showing me for Linux installer. So we're going to go ahead and install the 64-bit x86 installer. We're not going to install the 64-bit Power 8 installer. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. Now I already have downloaded, but all you would do is just go ahead and click on this, and that's pretty much it. Once you've done that, then go to your downloads folder, which should be under, let's see, so it should look like this. You're gonna have a shell script. So let's go ahead and one thing we can do is we can make it executable from here. You what do you call it, you right click on it and go to properties, and you go to permissions. Just make sure you click on this. It says allow this file to run as a program. So okay, so the next thing you want to go ahead and do is you want to go ahead and open up the terminal. So let's go ahead and do that, and we're gonna CD into the downloads location. So it should be under downloads, and then if we do an ls, as you see, it's green because it's executable. So that's the reason why we when we did this here, we went to properties, we made it executable. So okay, so now let's go ahead and run it. So put a dot, and then I think it's a backslash or forward slash, one of those, in there, and then after that you just copy this, and you can just go ahead and paste it in there, and just go ahead and press enter. And this is what you should be greeted with here, this screen. So it says, in order to continue the installation process, please preview the license. So you're gonna have to preview it. You're gonna have to you can read it if you want. It's quite a bit of information here. So if you press enter, it'll keep going. So just don't press it too fast, because then at some point it's gonna let's see. Okay, well, keep going here. Let's see what else here. Okay, so at this point now it's asking if you want to accept the license, yes or no. So we're gonna go ahead and accept it. So we're gonna type in yes and press enter. Okay, now after that it says it will be installed to our home directory, home user, and then under Anaconda 3. So to confirm, we're just gonna go ahead and press enter, and then it's letting us know where the prefix. So just go ahead and press enter for that, and here we go. Now this will take a little bit of time. So depending on the internet speed, or yeah, it could be anywhere from, I don't know, 3 to 10 minutes. So keep that in mind. So once it's finished, we're gonna go ahead and continue with this. Okay, so it's basically done now. So as you see here at the end, it says installation finished, and then it says, do you wish the installer to prepare an account installation to path /rc? I didn't click no, but maybe it just automatically enter no, I'm not sure. But if you want to go ahead and edit it manually, you can just I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do that. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and grab this here, Okay, you want to go ahead and copy this, and then we're gonna go ahead and open up another tab here. So just right click and then open tab, and then in here we're gonna use nano, so we're gonna have to have sudo privileges. So we're gonna use nano sudo, so we're gonna do sudo nano, and then should be the squiggly line, and then the that bash rc. Okay, and then here we can just go all the way to the end. So to do that, we can just type Control W, and then just look for Anna. And actually, it looks like it's not there, so we're just gonna go ahead and paste it in then. Okay, and then we can type a little note here, so like anaconda path, and this is just for our records here, and that's it. Now we can go ahead and do a Control O and Control X to exit, and that's it. So one thing you want to go ahead and do is I think you want to go ahead and do the source, what is it called, source, well, let me just go ahead and show you here. So if you do source and then dot dash rc, oh well, of course, one thing I didn't realize is I'm still in the downloads, so I'm gonna have to cd into the home directory. Okay, and then I can go ahead and do the source bash rc. Okay, so now we have gone ahead and took care of that, and basically what the source.bash rc is, it'll go ahead and activate the changes that we did to the source bash rc file. So I'm sorry, the bash rc file. So okay, we're done with this. Now what we can go ahead and do is let me go ahead and get the some notes here. So we've already activated. We can actually go ahead and display packages, so we can do that, and we can just type in conda dash dash list and see what it shows. Okay, so conda dash dash list. Okay, so let's do a dash h, since it's not giving us the list. Okay, so let's do now conda. Maybe you didn't need the okay, there we go. So you don't need the dash dash, you can just do conda list and it'll give you all the details. So oh yeah, not sure where I saw the dash dash at, it's not even there. Anyways, let's move on. Next thing we want to go ahead and do is we can go ahead and update the conda and anaconda, but before we do that, I want to go ahead and install the okay, so let's go ahead and install this conda. It's called Anaconda Navigator, and this is going to be very useful for us. So we want to go ahead and install this right now before we move on. So it's a conda install and then anaconda dash navigator, and just press enter. And what this is a graphical navigator that's going to allow us to be able to manage everything within our system. So it's available for all the platforms like Windows and Mac, but also for Linux. We're gonna go ahead and install it. So okay, so here we go. It's letting us know what it's gonna install, so we're gonna go ahead and type yes. Alright, so it's done installing that. So let's move on. The next thing we could do is, and it's always recommended, is to update conda in Anaconda. So we can do that very easy by typing in conda update So conda update conda. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and press yes. We're gonna go ahead and make sure that everything is updated. So make sure you do this as soon as you install Anaconda. That way everything's up to date. Okay, so that's done. Next thing we want to go ahead and do is we want to go ahead and install the, update the Anaconda distribution. So just type in Anaconda at the end. Okay, so now it's letting us know that everything is up to date. So we're good on that. So let's move on. Next thing we want to, well, actually this one, in case you want to, at some point, or maybe there's some issue going on for some, for some reason, you want to go ahead and remove Anaconda. You can remove it with the conda. First thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and install this anaconda-clean, because it's gonna clean out all the directories and all the files for you, so you don't have to do it manually. So you can install that with conda install anaconda-clean, and then you run the anaconda-clean to clean out everything. And then if you want to go ahead and remove the anaconda, you can go ahead and remove it with the rm-rf and then the anaconda directory. So it would be home directory and then anaconda 3. More than likely you will require sudo privileges to do that, so make sure you type in sudo in the beginning. Okay, and then the very last thing you would want to do is you would want to go ahead and remove from the path, which is what we did earlier in that bash rc. So just go in there and remove it manually, and then that's it. It should be Anaconda should be removed from your actual system. Okay, so that's the basics on how to install it, update it, and remove it. Now we're going to go ahead and get a little bit more advanced as far as creating the virtual environments, which is actually very simple with Anaconda. So to be able to create an environment, all we do is want to go ahead and type in conda create and then give it a name, which is going to be, in this instance, it's going to be my underscore env, but it can be anything you want, and then the Python interpreter version that you want. So in this instance we're going to use Python 3, but you can also use Python 2 if you want, but more than likely you're going to be using Python 3, since that's what's pre-installed, I believe, with Anaconda. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and create a virtual environment. So to do that, we just do conda and then make sure I make this a little bit smaller so I can see the nodes here, don't have to keep going back and forth. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the virtual environment. So conda create, and then we're gonna dash name, and we're gonna name it so my underscore env. And last thing we want to do is we're going to go ahead and give it the Python interpreter, so Python equals 2, and then we're going to do version 3. You don't have to type in 3.5, 3.6, whatever. You just type in 3, and it will automatically choose the Python that is the latest Python available. So we're going to go ahead and press enter. Okay, so here we go. Then we press yes, or we type in and press. Okay, so it's done. Now it's letting us know that to activate the environment, we just do the source activate and then the name of the environment, and to deactivate it, we can also do source and then deactivate. However, there are three ways you can actually do this, and I'm going to go ahead and show you all three ways. Whichever you want to use is, it's really up to you. So let's go ahead and get the notes over here. Okay, so let's go ahead with the first one. So in order to be able to activate it, you could do with conda and then activate and then the name of the environment, which is my_env. So this one will work. Okay, so if for some reason you're having this issue like I was having as far as activating the virtual environment using conda directly, which you can actually do it that way, but it looks like there was some issues being created. You can just go ahead and use this dot here, dot activate my environment. So that would be the second step that I was going to show you, and actually this is the best way to do it. You don't have to type in conda, you just type in dot and then activate in the name of the environment. There's also another way you can do it, and that's using the source. So let's go ahead and try that. So first thing I want to go ahead and do here is to deactivate. So just dot deactivate and you're back to it where you were. And we're gonna try to do source this time. And so there we go. So source works as well. And of course to deactivate, you just do source deactivate. And that's it. So looks like the conda, the first one that I showed you, you might have some issues, so try not to use that one. Just try to use the dot or the source, I guess. I prefer the dot, but it's your call. Okay, so let's move on. Let's see what else we can do. So let's go ahead and activate it. So there we go. If you see this, it says my env and then that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and check out the what's it called, the navigator, conda navigator. And to do that, just run it from your environment. So just type in anaconda-navigator. Okay, so here it goes. It's initializing. It actually took about 30 seconds. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and click OK on this. Okay, so this is the Anaconda Navigator, and the cool thing about it is, of course, it's a graphical way for you to be able to look at what's going on. It also allows you to create projects directly from here, which is something that it's very ideal. Just keep in mind this is on beta. You can also install applications. For example, you have Jupyter Labs and GlueBiz, Jupyter, Spider, RStudio. Okay, so the first thing I guess we can do is let's go ahead and install Spider. And as you see, it's installing into your virtual environment. So okay, so it's done. So let's try to locate it. It's right here, so you can launch it if you want. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's click on it. And in case you don't know what Spider is, as you see here, it's an IDE for especially for Python. So specifically for Python actually, and this is to edit and test out a lot of different stuff that you're going to be using. So okay, so there we go. It actually remembered somehow. It kept I had installed Anaconda earlier, but I removed everything, but somehow it was able to remember what I printed out. So even after deleting everything, so that's pretty good. All right, so to be able to run something over here, you just you can click over here and go to run specific current line, and as you see, it prints that out. But you can actually go up here and just click on run, or you press F5 and it'll run it. So you have those options. Okay, so let's close that up. You also can install the what's it called, Jupyter notebooks directly from here. So let's go ahead and install that. Next thing, what I'm going to show you is how to create a project. which is pretty simple, but go ahead and show you that. And then we can go ahead and sign into an Anaconda cloud, which I didn't show you in the very beginning, but you definitely want to create an account. That way you can be able to share all your code online, so and be able to keep track of it. So you know, if you need access to it and you're not at home or whatever the deal may be, you can just sign into Anaconda Cloud and be able to access your code or your project. So okay, so Jupyter is now installed, and if we click launch, should open up a web browser with the Jupyter server here, web server. So it's under 8899. It's in our localhost directory, or localhost, I mean. So in here you can find all your different folders that you have on your computer. So let's go ahead and close it up for right now. So that's it. That's how you can very simply install Jupyter Notebook and a couple other applications in here. Let's go ahead and create a project. So we're gonna go ahead and call this one. I'm gonna use the default path. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and create. So we're gonna click on this deal here, and we're gonna give it a name. And actually, it looks like it already has the one that I created earlier. So, but all you would do is click on create and then just name it. So my project 2, something like that, and then just create. There we go. So you have that. You can easily remove it or import it. Import other other projects in here. You can go ahead and upload it to Anaconda Cloud. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and sign into Anaconda Cloud. So all you do is you can register by visiting it. You can click on that and just register. Once you registered, you can just go ahead and log in with your username. So then after that, you should have a password that you set up. Make sure I type that in correctly. Alright, and there we go. So now you're signed in, and all you would do is you would just go ahead and click on upload to Anaconda Cloud, and you would go ahead and upload your project. So okay, and I guess the very last thing I'm gonna go ahead and cover here would be how to install. Go ahead and open up another tab here. How to install remove and update packages. So pretty simple to do. You would just type in conda install. So by default, since you're in a virtual environment, you don't have any of the packages, like pandas and all that, any kind of packages that you're usually working with. It just gives you the bare bones, just the basics, and then after that you install in all the packages that you want, all the libraries. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So let's go back into the virtual environment. So okay, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and install a package. So to do that, we want to go ahead and do conda and then install. We want to go ahead and install pandas. So there we go. Okay, and basically the next command to remove, instead of typing in conda install, you would just type in conda remove. And to update any package, it would just be conda update and then the name of the package. So pretty straightforward. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. This here should at least be able to get you started using Anaconda. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple more videos where we're gonna get very deep into using it, but I think this should be enough for right now. So in the next video, we'll go ahead and start covering a little bit more as far as maybe using some of these applications here, like maybe Jupyter Notebook or Spider, and just start creating a project and start using it and see what else we can do. So that's it for now. Bye.